All right, let's talk about what's going on out here today with our low pressure area. Now, I do want to stress that if Pagasa calls this a tropical depression, it's possible. It really is up to their interpretation. There is a broad low-level circulation there with convection, so they could name this. But here's the key thing. If it is named, it's not going to last long. There's our shear line. There's that cold front pulling in, and we're already seeing what I've been talking about over the last few days. A few of you kind of commented about the fact that I mentioned that this is going to be smushed, this low pressure area. And what I mean by that, it is running into this cooler, drier air from the north, and the moisture is going to stretch from west to east along that shear line, absolutely ripping it apart. So the chance of this becoming a tropical storm are very, very low. Actually, just responded to a few comments from some people here insisting it was going to and saying it was going to move due west. No, that's not what's going to happen here. That shear line absolutely ripping this guy apart. And this is the big thing. Don't let the fact that maybe we might not get a named storm, or if we do, they're not going to be looking at very significant signal force warnings, nothing more than a 1, fool you, because I do think there is going to be some decent rainfall from this as it does start to hit that shear line, setting up with that cool air interaction, which could create some strong severe thunderstorms, first across parts of Visayas and over here towards Rojas, even out towards Mindoro. Been some pretty serious flooding over the last few days. This is not going to be helping at all with that as well. So first off, there's your satellite picture. The convection is there. Low-level circulation is broad. It actually is stretching out like that right now. So with that stretch, like I said, it's up to interpretation of Pagasa. I can tell you JMA does not have a TD. They have a low pressure area. I don't think they expect it to become a tropical depression. And the Joint Typhoon Warning Center doesn't even have an invest area on this. But let's go hour by hour, kind of show you what I'm talking about here with our model outlook. So here's Thursday. The bulk and the convection on the northern periphery of our low-level circulation, which is kind of broad right like that. But then you get that northeast monsoon, that next cold surge that starts to come down. And this is what I'm talking about. Let's go hour by hour as we go ahead through Thursday, scooting out towards Friday. Our low-level center right in there. So there will be a low-level center, and that's why I mean it's interpretation if they want to call it a TD or not. But look at the moisture getting pushed just like that. Now watch as we go out into Friday afternoon. That instability kicks up with the cold surge stretching the moisture along that shear line all the way from central Visayas all the way back towards north and east. And that shear line really remains in place and slowly lifts north as it interacts with that monsoon. So I think as we go ahead into Monday, watch this for Manila, or excuse me, Saturday, and into Sunday for Manila, that shear line is going to set up right over you. And I think Saturday night, we actually could be seeing some strong storms in central Luzon. And by Monday into Tuesday, this even lifts further towards the north across northern Luzon into the Cagayan Valley as well before it overall starts to dissipate out as we go in the early part of next week. But then we start to deal with the next cold surge that comes down, fueling up another round of moisture by Monday into Tuesday too. So overall, it's all about the shear line, how it's going to interact here with this area of low pressure, pull in that moisture, and you see here Tuesday, we still have that sticking around. So strong local showers and storms is possible. And I do think we could even see some severe thunderstorms. And what I mean by that, gusty winds, the potential for tornadic activity cannot be ruled out either. I know we don't talk about that often out here, but whenever we do see tornadoes, it's this exact type of setup. You get that shear, that interaction, and then increased instability, and it does create that threat. Rainfall, you can see where it kind of lines up there, where that line of instability is. And this is the bigger picture. Watch that cold surge come in. Watch the line set up right like that, bringing those rainfall. So that's really the line you want to be watching out here. If you're not under a signal force warning, don't let your guard down because the rain is still going to be there as well. I think that's pretty plausible. And like I said, if Pagasa does name it, that's up to them. It's one of those situations because tropical depressions, all you need is a low-level circulation in the tropics. You can call it a tropical depression. I personally would just stick around with an LPA on this, but you know, maybe Pagasa just wants to kind of make sure people are warned on it and advise them. Like a Legazpi Friday, definitely going to be seeing the rainfall there for you. But JMA, you're not going to be seeing a named storm system from the Japan Meteorological Agency, which is the World Meteorological Organization's, the official naming one for global when we're talking about records. So, yeah, just kind of want to note that there as well. Cebu, though, 29 degrees. Manila's at 30. Manila definitely looking ahead in the Monday or Sunday, Monday, definitely going to see the increase in showers there for you to wrap up the weekend. You can see that here. Look at Monday. Whew, there you go. 30 degrees, 25 for the low. It's always 30 degrees. If we see anything cooler than that, I'd be rather surprised. All right, anyways, that's all for today, guys. If you have any questions or anything like that, please let me know. As always, if you want to check out our Patreon, which helps makes these graphics possible, as well as, you know, some of the other stuff we've been putting together, yeah, check it out. Links down below. At least hit that like, subscribe button, all that good stuff. Wow, I feel like so gimmicky when I say that. Anyways.